Hello everyone, welcome back to my series, True Digital Tutorials. During this episode, I'm going to cover the principles of slow in and slow out in animation. This is another principle that you may have noticed me using throughout the series so far. This concept is used to refer to the animation equivalent of acceleration and deceleration. When driving a car, it would look strange if it went 40 miles per hour as soon as you hit the gas. Instead, it starts out from a stop and slowly builds up speed until it reaches that constant speed. This concept is another one that gives more life to your animations. Take this simple ball for example. In the first example, I put the frames at equal timing at equal distances from each other. The end result is a sort of mechanical sliding across the screen. Instead, we can try to add slow in to the animation. This principle is pretty literal as the ball literally goes into the movement slowly. To do this, we add more frames or drawings at the beginning of the movement closer together. As the scene progresses and the ball picks up speed, we can space the frames out further from each other. This effect creates the illusion that it's picking up speed and accelerating. We can also add slow out to the animation. In order to do this, we do the same process as before to the end of the animation. We add more frames close together as the ball is about to come to a stop. If we want to, we can give this ball even more life by also adding a stretch to the ball as it begins to pick up speed. We begin the same process as before, but when the ball reaches its top speed, we stretch it so that it gives off the illusion that it's going very fast. Another common exercise that we can use to practice slow in and slow out is the pendulum swing. With a pendulum swing, it is at its fastest when it's at the bottom, since it relies on gravity. The movement is at its slowest right before it comes to a complete stop at either the far right or the far left. In order to demonstrate this principle, I will now walk you through the process of animating a pendulum. I personally like to begin with adding an arc as a guideline so that I don't lose track of the movement while I'm going through it. Then I add the three main poses of the animation, one frame at the far left, another in the middle with some stretch on it, and the last one on the far right. Then we begin to fill in the in-betweens. At the most extreme points of the action, we added a lot of frames. We add most of our frames close together at the two ends of the movement, and fewer frames in the middle when it swings across the screen. We can also change the timing of the movement by adding more frames or fewer frames to the whole animation, making the pendulum swing faster or slower. In order to further demonstrate this principle, here is an example of an animator's timing chart. The timing chart lays out where each frame will appear in the movement of animation. You'll notice that on this timing chart, the frames are evenly spaced out. This movement therefore has no slow in or slow out. However, looking at this timing chart, you'll notice that the frames are spaced closely together at the beginning and end of the animation. When this is translated to the animation, it will incorporate both slow in and slow out. This principle is applicable to all styles of animation. If you would like to see examples of this principle and others in action, then I would recommend watching Aaron Blaze's videos. He does a lot of work with traditional pencil and paper animation and also works with TV Paint as well. However, the principle applies to 3D animation, motion graphics, stop motion, or whatever style of animation you can think of. Thank you everyone for watching today. As always, there are several links to free animation software in the description and links to the books, The Animator Survival Kit and Disney Animation, The Illusion of Life. Thank you.